What's up? Welcome back. It's been a minute, but I'm here, I'm alive, I'm well, I graduated, and today I'm gonna be making myself a baby doll dress. And that's about it. So let's dive right in.
So this actually isn't a baby doll dress. Baby doll dresses typically have fitted bodices and then loose flary skirts. This is pretty much just a basic loose fitted summer dress. To start this process, I decided to sketch out exactly what it is I had in mind, which is a 3-tiered gathered loose fitted dress with a small sleeve of some kind. I used a t-shirt pattern block to make the bodice for this dress because I really didn't want any darts or anything like that. I was feeling really lazy. There's not a lot of shape to it. It is literally just a slightly fancy potato sack. For the fabric, I'm using an old mustard colored cheesecloth that was donated to the school I went to last year by a past student, and it's been sitting in my fabric stash for a while. And at the time of making this video, for some reason I thought it was linen. It's not linen. But anyways, you live and you learn, and let's move on.
This is what I have so far. I haven't decided yet whether I like mustard on me. I don't know. Yeah, making progress. I'm gonna carry on. Got the second tier on. It's not gonna be long enough to cover my ass. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. This dress is already starting to get a little bit too heavy for this fabric. This is like a really soft linen.
As discussed earlier, this is actually cheesecloth. I think this is a great time to mention that even though I noticed in this video that this dress was a little bit too heavy for the fabric, I didn't seem to notice how stretched out my neckline and the armholes had become from trying to carry the sheer weight of this insanely gathered dress. This did in fact cause me a lot of issues, but we'll get to that a little bit later on.
I love the amount of volume that this has. Like, you can't tell me that that doesn't just look so cute. If you can hear an insane amount of banging, that's just my upstairs neighbors being upstairs neighbors. I added sleeves. These are actually flutter sleeves, which is not initially what I was going to add. I think they kind of make the dress look a little frumpy. I had this really cool idea to do like a tie or something, because I thought it might make the dress look a little less frumpy if I have some kind of shape to it. I'm going to make some little loops and attach it around the waistline here, and then I'm going to make a tie. So I think that that looks pretty cute. Now that I have all of that figured out, I'm so close to the finish line.
After adding to my own workload for no good reason, here I am redrawing my dress because I wanted to, I don't know, convince myself that this was a good idea by adding a waist belt tie with loops, even though the dress was pretty much already almost complete. So adding these features at this point was a waste of time, and I really should have spent more time using my critical thinking skills and realizing that, girl, you can't add these things at this point in the process. It's actually not a good idea. But anyways, we persisted. I actually ended up making this dress to completion with the flutter sleeves, the belt loops, and my little belt, whatever the hell I wanted to call that. I also added the facing and hemmed the dress. I did absolutely everything. This dress was completely finished by the end of it, and I hated it. It was really poorly made because a lot of the elements that I had added at this point should have been in the initial design and should have been done earlier in the order of assembly of this dress. I kind of just did this top half super lazy. I didn't stay stitch the armholes, and as you can see, it's like warping, and I have sewn like these loops on absolutely terribly. And yeah, the sleeves, like, I don't think they look too bad, but it's not what I wanted, so I think I'm just really unhappy with it. I also stretched out the neckline and I tried to gather it back in a little bit, and yeah, it just looks like shit. The facing is like coming out, peeping out, because I stretched the neckline out, and yeah. Over the last year of studying and working really closely with my teachers for my graduate collection, one of the things that kept being said to me was I need to know when to stop. I think I get very easily bored with simple designs, and I don't know, like part of me thinks that it's not going to be good enough, or like I could elevate it, I could make it better, I could do this, I could do this, I could do that. But what happens is then I end up with sloppy work because I did absolutely no preparation for that. I'm going to scale it right back. I'm going to keep it super simple. And I'm going to take the sleeves off because I originally wasn't meant to do flutter sleeves. So I already went off script with that, and I don't think they look good. I'm going to recut the bodice. Sleeves were in my initial concept, but I just don't think it's going to look good with sleeves because it's so loose and flowy. I think the sleeves are actually going to make it look terrible. So that's what I'm doing. I'm scaling it back, and I'm just going to focus on making a quality, simple dress. I'm also gonna line it, so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm just gonna keep it simple, and that's it. After dismantling everything I had done so far because it was all shit, I recut my bodice. I actually cut a lining as well, and I fused it just using some scrap fusing that I had, because this would just help keep the integrity of the bodice, and it will be able to hold the weight of the skirt a lot better. So this already looks a million times better. I don't know why I didn't just do this from the beginning. It definitely holds its shape a lot nicer now that I've got the fusing in it. And look at the neckline. I did not realize how much my neckline had also stretched out. I don't think my original dress would have held up
very well for very long. It was very poorly made. The bodice is completely made now. I've understitched everything. It's all nice and neat on the inside. And now I just have to sew my already made skirt onto it, and then I should be finished.
And that brings us to the end of this video. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for coming back to my channel and watching this video. I know I haven't posted in over a year at this point, so I really do appreciate those of you who have stuck around with the hopes that I would one day make a return. Basically, I've spent the last 14-15 months very unwell, and I just couldn't keep up with posting. I was trying to make it through my graduating year, as well as trying to figure out what the fuck was going on with me. I managed to graduate by the skin of my teeth, and I'm at the point now with my health where I'm actually doing much better. I did start making this video in January. As of filming this bit right now, it is April. So it has taken me around 4 months to finish this project and get around to editing and just finding the time in between flare-ups and crippling fatigue and everything else that I have been dealing with. But it feels really good to be back, and I'm hoping that I can kind of get back to a point of posting frequently. I don't really have a plan for a lot in life at the moment. I think I need to figure out, I think I just need time to figure out exactly what it is I'm going to be doing. I'm certainly not in the position that I thought I was going to be. I was very optimistic. I was going to graduate and I was going to get a job using my skills and maybe start a little side project of selling, like slow fashion, handmade clothing. And at the moment, that just doesn't seem like an obtainable goal. I've definitely been forced to take a step back and slow down a lot. I have a lot of answers now. I've got a healthcare team. I'm figuring out how to manage, and I'm feeling hopeful again for the first time in a long time. I'm feeling quite hopeful that I'm gonna be able to get back on track and do something with my life again. So if you've made it this far, I really do appreciate it, and I'm hoping that you'll stick around for whatever it is I post. It will obviously be sewing content because I actually have an industrial sewing machine now, which I bought last year for my graduating collection because I was really struggling with going to class and all of that. So it was a lot easier for me to have the ability to do work at home, sewing and stuff. It just made things a hell of a lot easier. But now I have this and I'm so excited to hopefully get a lot of use out of it. But yes, thank you guys again. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope to see you again soon in another video. I hope you all had a really great last 12 months that I have not been here, and yeah, I will see you guys next time.